Hello and welcome. My name is Zafar Iqbal, and you are watching the Mojo Story. This is a breaking news update. On the eve of the swearing in ceremony of Prime Minister Modi, there is a terrorist attack in Jammu and Kashmir in the Riasi district. Now, details that we are getting in is that terrorists fired upon a bus. The bus carrying pilgrims was on its way to Shiv Khori in the Riasi district. Now, terrorists fired upon the bus. Police sources have indicated to Mojo Story that the driver lost the balance and the bus rolled down into a gorge. Now, uh, we're told that at least 10 people have died in that incident. 10 fatal casualties have been reported. There are many others who are injured and they are being moved to different hospitals. Some are being moved to the district hospital, where others are being rushed to the hospital in Jammu. You can see on that visual, this bus has rolled down into a gorge, a deep gorge, and the rescue operation is still underway. Now, these were pilgrims who were on that bus on the way to Shiv Khori in Riasi district. Now, many of the injured have been moved to the hospital. Additional teams of security forces and police have been moved to the spot. The area has been cordoned off and a rescue operation has been started. But clearly, this incident has happened to the south of Pir Panjal in the Jammu region, where terrorists have been showing their presence from time to time. They have been carrying out attacks, particularly in places like Rajouri and Punch. But this incident taking place in the Riasi district. Now, there are fears that the number of casualties could rise, but for now, what we're being told is that 10 people have died after terrorists fired upon that bus. The driver lost control of the bus, and afterwards, the bus rolled down into a deep gorge. Now, we're seeing phases in militancy in Jammu and Kashmir. Recently, the DGP of Jammu and Kashmir revealed that you can see on that screen this man holding an empty cartridge. There were several rounds of bullets that were fired on the bus. We're told, you can see on that visual, the bus which has fell down into that ditch, and it's hit a tree, and many people are injured in that incident, and at least 10 people have died. Now, I was saying that the DGP of Jammu and Kashmir recently revealed that there are as many as 80 foreign terrorists who have crossed over into J&K. The number of foreign terrorists exceeds the number of local militants in Jammu and Kashmir now, and these terrorists are fully trained, carrying automatic weapons, and they are particularly active in those regions of Jammu now, in the Pir Panjal area, and also now we're seeing this attack happening in the Riasi area. Now, to recap for our viewers, the bus was on its way to Shiv Khori, which is a pilgrim place in Jammu, where lots of pilgrims go to Shiv Khori on every given day. This bus was also on its way to Shiv Khori when it was fired upon by terrorists. The driver lost control of the bus, and the bus fell into a deep gorge, and there were people inside the bus. Many of them are injured, but at least 10 people have died. The injured have been moved to different hospitals. The police sources have confirmed to Mojo Story that the bus was fired upon by the terrorists, and afterwards, immediately a rescue operation was started. Reinforcements and additional police parties have reached the spot, but clearly we've been seeing an escalation of terrorism to the south of Pir Panjal in the Jammu region. The terrorists clearly moving their focus away from the Kashmir Valley and focusing on areas of Jammu region to the south of Pir Panjal in Rajouri, in Poonch, and in Riasi districts. There have been a series of attacks in Poonch lately, in which many security force personnel have died. But you can see from that image the condition of that bus when it rolled down into the gorge. It hit those big rocks and trees, and people who were inside the bus, the pilgrims, they they were injured, and 10 of them died. The injured have been moved to different hospitals, and operation is underway. The locals have also pitched in to carry out this rescue operation along with the police. So the news is that this bus was fired upon right on the eve of the swearing in ceremony of Prime Minister Prime Minister Modi. This terrorist attack was carried out in the Riasi district, which is a remote area of Jammu and Kashmir. In that visual, you can see one of those injured who is injured in the leg, has been moved to the local hospital, and he is really narrating what exactly happened. So this is the situation in the Riasi district of Jammu and Kashmir, where a terrorist attack has taken place right on the eve of the swearing in ceremony of Prime Minister Modi. When that swearing in ceremony was about to begin, this terrorist attack taking place in Jammu in the Riasi district. Now, the DGP of Jammu and Kashmir had recently indicated that there are foreign terrorists who have outnumbered local terrorists in some areas. At least 80 foreign terrorists have moved into Jammu and Kashmir from POK. They are trained and carrying automatic weapons with them, and particularly their target seems to be areas in the south of Punjab. Now we're seeing a series of terrorist attacks in Surankot, in Poonch, in Rajouri happening in the recent past. And now today, terrorists targeting a bus carrying pilgrims. The bus, which was moving towards Shiv Khori, was the target of terrorists. The driver lost control of the bus and it rolled down into a deep gorge. Now, the rescue operations are underway, and reinforcements and additional police teams have reached the spot to carry out this rescue operation to bring out the injured people. You can see from those visuals, the injured are being moved out. It's a difficult terrain. These are inhospitable mountains. Obviously, it will take some time to complete the rescue mission. The bus really got hit with the rocks and it struck the trees. You can see on those visuals the injured who have been moved to the hospital. The terrorists really trying to show their presence in a desperate bid to show their presence right on the day of the swearing in, when Prime Minister Modi was and his cabinet was swearing in at the Rashtrapati Bhavan. We saw this terrorist attack in Jammu and Kashmir in the Riasi district, where terrorists fired upon a bus carrying pilgrims, which was on its way to Shiv Khori. Now, 10 people have died in that terrorist attack. There are many others who are injured. The injured have been moved to different hospitals, to the district hospital, and some of those who are critically injured have been moved to Jammu. The rescue mission is still ongoing. Additional police teams have reached the spot. Locals have also pitched in to pull out the injured people from that bus, which is, you can see from that visual, which is there lying between rocks and trees, and all those injured people are being taken out of the bus and moved to the hospital. So the news from Jammu and Kashmir is that terrorists have attacked a pilgrim bus. The bus, which was on its way to Shiv Khodi, it was fired upon by terrorists in the Riasi district. The driver lost control of the bus and the bus rolled down into a deep gorge. 10 people have died in that incident. Many others are injured. The injured have been moved to the hospital. Now, there have been a spurt in terror activities, particularly in areas to the south of Punjab, in Rajouri and Poonch areas. Lately, the terrorists have carried out several attacks on security forces in the Poonch district, but this time around, they targeted a pilgrim bus which was going towards Shiv Khodi, which was on its way towards Shiv Khodi in the Riasi district. You can see from those visuals. So the update from Jammu and Kashmir is that that the terrorists have in fact attacked a pilgrim bus, and there are casualties. 10 people are said to have died in that attack after terrorists fired upon that bus when the bus rolled down into a deep gorge, and several others are injured. The toll uh, could rise as more details come in, but for now, we can confirm to you that the terrorists attacked this pilgrim bus. The driver lost control. The bus rolled down into a gorge, and 10 people have died in that incident. This incident taking place right at the time when cabinet was taking place in Delhi. We'll keep updating you about this news, and as and when we get more details. But for now, this is the news from Jammu and Kashmir that terrorists have attacked a pilgrim bus in Riasi district, and 10 people have died in that terror attack. Thanks so much for joining.
It's great. Mojo's Story has always made a commitment to its viewers to go to where the story is. And as you can see here, we are at the epicenter of the Israel war on Gaza. We are right at the front line, about 1 mile from the Gaza Strip, as the Israeli military gets ready with its tanks and its gunners to begin its final frontal assault that will take troops into Gaza. As we said, we are not like other organizations. We believe in giving you all sides of the story objectively and as much as possible from the ground. And that's exactly what we're doing here, covering the biggest global story today from the epicenter of the war zone. So please, we need your support. Support us, become a Mojo member, subscribe to us, spread the word, and thank you for your support.